I may not exactly be as helpful as you might want me to be, but I wanted to say a couple things and maybe I can answer a couple questions. I was one of the first people to create Twitch, actually. Not sure if you knew that, Hassan.
Wait, I didn't know that.
And this is unrelated to the current case, but just to show a pattern of behavior. Doc tried to get with several women and then were turned down. Mrs. Assassin found out all of this at the same time.
How's everybody doing? What's going on? What's good? Alright, so Mr. WillyMacShow got like owned by the sponsor. So whatever sponsor this is, we're not gonna like them because Willy couldn't post his video for 5 days because he got sponsor blocked, dude. I was salty because I knew about this for days and I've been waiting to tell people about it because I don't know if you know this, I haven't posted the highlights. I have like highlights bashing Slasher and I was waiting for Willy's video so I can edit those and post them because my take has changed dramatically from the new information in Willy's video. It's out of my head. Dude, this is still the funniest thing ever. I can't believe this guy rizzed up a minor and then came out and was like, yo, I'm dropping the most banger song of 2020. Like, this guy, like, it's out of my hands, but I'm still in control, dude. This guy literally messaged a minor and wrote a whole song about it. But I'm still in control.
My conscience, I feel so good.
This was his return stream from messaging a minor. How insane is that? Dr. Disrespect has admitted to inappropriately messaging a minor back in 2017, and that is the reason for his contract termination and ban on Twitch. The same year he messaged a minor, he won Streamer of the Year.
I get a lot of messages, DMs, emails, whispers.
Doc, no!
Oh, God. Dude, you know what's crazy? The reason I didn't believe the Doc stuff initially is because I didn't think anyone was dumb enough to try to rizz up somebody, let alone a minor. Like, just try to rizz up somebody in DMs. Like, that sounds, not DMs, whispers, sorry, this fucking weird-ass DM platform. Like, I don't think I've ever sent a whisper back. I've had people try to message me on there, being like, hey, Nick, you blocked my Twitter. Can you put me back on, dude? Can you unblock me? And that's, like, the extent of what I thought whispers were used for, but I guess that's not true.
Oh, he was telling us the whole time. He's been dropped by his own game studio, Turtle Beaches, Black Steel Bourbon, dropped from the YouTube partnership program, even his own
disavowed by the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know if does he include that? He was disavowed by the San Francisco 49ers national football team.
Website went down. No party admits to any wrongdoing. This is the statement he made in his lawsuit with Twitch. 4 years later, he would write, were there Twitch whispers with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. And then there's the defense of him, which hasn't been based in any sort of factual reality at all.
Your audience is just jerking off watching you, and everybody knows that. And you know.
I'm so glad he included this because I don't understand. It does not make any sense to me. Call me a fucking shill. Call me a fucking simp. I don't have any fucking affiliation with Pokimane. She is the least sexual streamer I have ever fucking seen. Like, if you're gonna pick an example, like, pick Amaranth, then at least you could try to make a fucking argument. It's still bad, but you could try to make one. Alright? She wears, like, the least amount of revealing clothing. She's literally just a fucking girl who goes on Twitch. I don't understand this at all. Like, people just hate this person so fucking much that they insert them into arguments that don't even apply to them. And just make themselves look dumber. Like, this is, like, I don't understand this. Does Sneeko, like, want to look stupider every time he engages with this stuff? Like, surely, it doesn't make any sense to me. And then I said something like that on Twitter one time, and I had people send me, like, a fucking wardrobe malfunction where her fucking nipple popped out, and this guy had that shit saved to his phone. What the fuck does that say about you? Holy shit, you're such a simp. Here's her fucking wardrobe malfunction. Look at her tits. That's the most creepy fucking sex pest shit I've ever seen.
Know it. Look at her. She's looking down saying, stop that. And then she has the balls to go say Dr. Disrespect's a terrible person. Bro, this is my problem with this.
They're both bad people, but like that doesn't.
But nobody cancels Pokimane. There's no hate brigade. Everyone's
she
like
text a 17-year-old.
But she.
This is insane. Like, dude, I'm sorry. This whole argument falls apart on the fact that Doc is accused of sexting the minor. There's a personal aspect of this. Okay, like I don't like. This guy absolutely would say he's not responsible for his audience if a bunch of people watched his fake Muslim propaganda or whatever, and his fucking fake Andrew Tate fucking mentality, and he started like, and somebody went and shot up a school in his fucking honor, okay? If somebody went and fucking committed a mass shooting in Sneeko's name, he'd be like, well, it's not my fucking fault. This is a crazy person. Meanwhile, if a fucking person bypasses an 18+ verification on a Twitch stream or something like that, or a minor ends up watching pornography online, it's obviously the fault of the person who made the content, and that's the same as individually sexting a minor. Like, I don't know, dude, why don't you pick an example of like an OnlyFans person who is sending underage people DMs on OnlyFans or whatever and not verifying age? Even then, they have to get a credit card from their parents and verify the age thing on OnlyFans to even get into that position to begin with. So I'm not really sure how much that would even be their fault. But like, let's say an OnlyFans person, just for the sake of the argument, knowingly was allowing minors to be on their account. They've been made aware that minors are following them and they're sending them stuff privately. Then you're talking about a comparable argument. Unless you have something like that. This whole thing is just, I hate women who stream on Twitch. I'm mad that people with boobs can make money.
He has 13-year-olds jerking off to her and she's fine with it and monetizing it. How is that any better?
I get that, but what do you want her to do? Not show her face?
When Neon's got more comments.
True, dude. The fucking people are jerking off the Tipster's live streams. Tipster, turn off the camera! Holy shit, dude. It's like insane to me.
Sense than you, it's over. And then
do guys who run workout channels need to protect themselves from gay teenagers jerking off to their content? Like, I'm actually so fucking confused. Where is the line on this?
Here's the least talked about aspect of this story. The terrible journalism by Slasher that has confused, muddied, and made people cast doubt on this entire situation, admitting to me that he has pushed this story without ever seeing the messages. No nameable source has. As part of his career redemption arc, he pushed the false allegation that Doc was arrested for this.
I did get a DM about an hour ago.
Dude, the old Slasher interview is so crazy. I think we watched this on stream already. It's so nuts.
From someone who lives in Encientes, and he sent me a screenshot from his next door. There is a comment that says, "We just saw Dr. Disrespect in handcuffs," and
dude, Slasher is a fucking joke. I'm sorry. Slasher is the worst video game journalist I've ever seen before. I don't think that all of the criticisms I levied against him are valid, but the one thing that I stand by is that video game journalism was better with this guy not around. Holy fuck, dude. I don't know why this guy is so fucking retarded, but he should not be near a story like this ever again.
Okay.
When Hassan Piker is the voice of reason, saying, hey, professional journalist, you probably shouldn't just throw out unverified claims that could be verified in 5 minutes by just going through like actual like public police records, right? Like you could look this up before you say it, before you drop it. Maybe you shouldn't post teasers to him getting arrested on my stream.
I can't believe you just dropped that in here, because like if that is untrue, this is like,
is this really lolly?
Dude, the guy who's like, dude, Ukraine is not gonna get fucking invaded by Russia, dumbass, just told this guy he's jumping to conclusions on breaking news.
Here, because like if that is untrue, this is like you're squandering all of the cultural capital that you're winning back by being correct on this matter for the past 4 years.
It was untrue. Even Hassan is shocked by the low quality journalism. The goal of this video is to clear out the weeds so you know the full story, front to back. What the information is, who the sources are. There's a lot of misinformation going around, and some of this stuff just makes zero sense. And it makes me feel like I need a lawyer up for the mental damage done to me. But most people don't realize that when you get workers' comp or an injury from a car accident, the insurance companies are often trying their best to take advantage of your inexperience so they could pay you as little as possible. That's why Morgan & Morgan...
No.
But if you were part of a serious injury, you're...
Fuck these people, dude.
Changing money. You could go to...
There goes a sponsorship I could take in the future.
forthepeople.com/... some returning hero.
You think I'm gonna stop right there?
Why assume he said the worst shit ever when we don't know what he actually said? There was a police report that went nowhere, and Twitch is refusing to show the messages. I have no idea what you're actually saying. Why assume he said the worst shit ever when we don't know what he actually said? There was a police report that went nowhere, and Twitch is refusing to show the messages. What do you mean? You have a fucking person at Twitch from the Trust and Safety team though isn't somebody who wants to name himself publicly, who's saying that he messaged a minor knowingly when he knew they were underage. What is, like, what else could there possibly be? I'm sorry, but you're, like, absolutely insane if you think that there's nothing to be alarmed about there. 100%. And he came out and confessed that he messaged the minor. And he said it was inappropriate. Like, why are you coping? Holy, but again, like this retard in my comment section right now, who's literally here live whilst we're streaming, is the reason why these messages need to be shown. Because when Doc comes back and goes, guys, what I did wasn't that bad. Come on. That's literally why. All right, that guy right there who just said that to me in chat is going to just believe him. And he doesn't need to see the messages. He's going to believe him without the messages. He'll just say, I didn't do it. He'll be like, I knew it, Doc. I knew it.
You think that's the end of the line? You think we're done?
Hindsight completely changes the meaning of some of the things he says.
We're just getting started.
Dark alleyways is where they're gonna find us.
This is so much funnier knowing that he's a creep. He's thanking people who were supportive of him, who thought he was being screwed by Twitch.
Paid with a $100 donation says, God damn, it feels good to have you back, Doc, and it does feel good. It does.
The original theory that he let culminate was that Microsoft's live streaming service Mixer was stealing some of Twitch's biggest stars. So in March of 2020, Twitch secured Dr. Disrespect with a massive contract. June 22nd of 2020, Mixer would announce that it was shutting down. And mysteriously, just 3 days later, Twitch would ban Dr. Disrespect. This was the narrative at the time, as other sources refused to elaborate and even deleted their tweets. Meanwhile, Doc ate up all the love thrown his way.
Man, the love is strong.
It's so crazy to watch these old clips back when he knew damn well why he was fucking banned. Now, the only saving grace to that is maybe this is prior to the lawsuit and that wasn't presented to him, so there's a chance he didn't know. But and again, that could be coupled with the fact that, like, the report was for messages from 2017, so it's possible. It's just so crazy.
A lot of people reached out. In fact, I had an Excel worksheet and I had all these names. And I was going to shout them out. I mean, it's like pages. In regards to the ban, there's a lot of people that want to know. They want to know what happened.
No, this clip right here tells me he fucking knew.
I want to know. They want to know what happened. Why did you get banned? We still have no idea. As far as I'm concerned, we didn't do anything to warrant a ban, let alone how they went about banning us.
This was August 7th of 2020, before the lawsuit. So there is a chance
okay, so it's before the lawsuit, so it's possible.
No, as the messages sent to the minor were from 2017, which was the same time he was caught cheating on his wife. Doc confirms this date in his recent Twitter response, writing, were there Twitch whispers with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind those messages? The answer is absolutely not.
Stupid mistakes, man.
There are reports from former Twitch staff alleging that he planned to meet up at TwitchCon with her and that he knew she was underage. I recall that Dr. Disrespect was made aware by the individual that they were underage during the conversation, after which he indicated that this was no problem and continued on. Also saying that Doc's retelling of the messages, leaning too much in the direction of being inappropriate, is vastly downplaying.
And again, this is not a 21-year-old kid. This is not a 20-year-old kid. This is not a 19-year-old kid. This is a 35-year-old man with a kid. Okay, it's like, this is like a totally different fucking situation from the normal stuff we talk about here. This is like, I'm just saying, just for context, you know, that's a bad comparison because he actually did something physical. I don't know, dude. This is like, I don't know. This is obviously fucking horrible. It's whatever.
The situation.
Like, a 17 is not a saving grace when you're talking about a fucking 35-year-old man.
The employee says that Twitch had an initiative in 2020 to investigate streamers who had allegations against them, and that the alleged victim reported it during this time. That's why it didn't come out in 2017, and why Doc was banned just days after this tweet announcing the new initiative. It was also revealed that YouTube knew the allegations the whole time. That's why they never offered Doc a contract. It seems like everyone—
And dude, that thing doesn't make sense to me either. I don't like when Slasher says that. Why would YouTube offer a guy who's banned from Twitch a contract? What is he in competition with? Rumble? Kick didn't exist in 2020, or at least it wasn't as popular as it is now. I don't know what the fuck Kick was in 2020. Mixer died. So this is a time when Mixer wasn't active, Kick wasn't big, BitChute didn't have streaming. Why the fuck would they ever offer Dr. Disrespect a contract of stream exclusivity to go against Facebook? Do you think Facebook is a real competitor with YouTube? No, not at all. No one even... YouTube's not worried about fucking Facebook. Facebook's for fucking 50 to 60-year-old men. No one else uses it. So it doesn't make any sense.
One behind the scenes knew, so when Doc claims that he didn't, that just doesn't seem believable to me anymore. He looks at his phone and seemingly gets more serious. It seems like he knows something. Then he pulls up a Roblox video and sits in silence, finally saying this before ending his stream immediately.
Life's weird right now.
Oh my gosh!
Well,
I did.
we'll get through this, okay? And
Christopher.
fuck.
You get to try.
So was he talking about his Roblox video here, or was he talking about his soon-to-be Ben? And it just makes me wonder, did he really not know during his comeback stream?
So let the legal professionals do what they need to do. That's it. My conscience. I feel so good. You know who I was talking to right there? I was talking to the small percentage. The ones that have a...
The small percentage of people who have lived on Earth for a number of years.
There's a sense of urgency that want to know right now. Because you know what they want. Something bad to happen out of it, right? Let's not beat around the bush. That's just a small percentage, though. The larger percentage, the true supporters, the followers of the doc, they know what I'm about. They've been following.
Everything that you could criticize Slasher for, you can criticize Doc for as well. Why not disclose this? Oh, because it would have hurt his career? I mean, it was coming eventually. He was going to get exposed for it. Doc not disclosing what he did here, or after the lawsuit, and then just going on to try to make as much money as possible before his career gets blown up, that's 100% the reason to criticize him. I'm sorry.
Follow me for years. They know what I'm about. I don't beat around the bush. I get straight to the point.
In hindsight, it's so manipulative. One thing is for sure, though, he did know during the lawsuit, and he insisted that he was the victim.
I appreciate the support. You guys have just...
Like, you had to think that nobody was ever going to say anything. Like, this is never going to come out. And honestly, the fact that, like, Slasher is so incompetent... you know what? That Twitch is so incompetent. Sorry, I've protected myself. I mean, I've corrected myself, yeah. Twitch is so incompetent. Maybe it never would have.
Been absolutely amazing. What the Twitch ban has really... how it's really affected us, not just from a financial standpoint, but from a networking standpoint, from all the relationships we've built over the past 5 years in terms of Activision and EA. I mean, everyone, all the big sponsors, all the big partnerships, they have to question, why did you get banned?
I mean, yeah, from a business point of view, it is a completely legitimate question to ask.
But a lot of people ask me, do you know the reason? Yeah, I do know the reason why.
Oh, okay.
No. I've known for months now the reason why. And I'll just say this right now, champs. There's a reason why we're suing the out of them. Okay? I don't know how else to put it. The amount of damages and you just don't... No. It really sucks. I don't know how else to put it, man. It's affected us in so many different ways. And I've just been in a...
Yeah, it's all his fault. I'm sorry. Everything that happened is his fault.
He's making it seem like the reason was completely ridiculous. Twitch is irrational, when there's at least some truth to it. No party admits to any wrongdoing. This was the statement given after Twitch allegedly paid out Dr. Disrespect in full, farther pushing the narrative that he did nothing wrong. As you guys know, this would come to a head last week when an ex-Twitch employee, Cody Connors, would tweet, Dr. Disrespect got banned.
By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but Cody Connors never saw the messages either. So... Like, it's like, I don't know, dude. This whole thing is fucking crazy. Like, Cody didn't have access to the messages. And we'll get to the other stuff.
Because he was caught sexting minors in the existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at Twitch.
Like, that just tells me how many people knew. It's people who didn't even have access to the messages were aware. Hi. Bye. Bang. Give me Magneto powers. That's not Magneto powers. Where's Magneto powers? Give me Magneto powers. Let's go.
Case closed. This would come out during Doc's most recent live stream, which is just hilarious to watch. It all broke right after he ate this cupcake.
Third try, and Baby Assassin brought me a little cupcake as a celebration.
Oh, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
I'm gonna eat my cupcake and I'm gonna celebrate. Nothing you're gonna do about it.
There was, you know, nothing.
No, Willie, no! That's not the context that it was in, Willie, no!
Because I'm not like that. You know?
Oh, wait, I don't think you can show that clip. Hold on, let me just gonna jump through that.
The doom in his eyes. He's like this for over a minute. And then he goes silent again. A fan would ask how he's doing, and he seems to know he's screwed.
How we feeling, Doc? Says Roy. I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little fatigued. Feeling a little fatigued.
Chat, are we at 1 Alive
We came
right
in
now?
here, champs. We came in here. High energy. High energy. But I'm telling you, man, I'm just feeling fatigued.
Wow, what convenient timing.
When shit like this happens over the weekend, and it just kind of...
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
It's like, how many times can I I don't... Like, I'm actually tired of being on social media. And I've expressed that...
Fuck.
Over the years, champs. I just, you know...
This part actually makes me a bit angry because instead of defending himself or
Damn
saying
it!
he's going to
What a
talk to his
fucking-
lawyers before
I just got owned, dude. I just got annihilated. That's so bad.
responding, he acts like he's above taking this seriously.
Over the years, it's just gotten... I don't know, like...
I didn't realize the storm was behind me.
It's been drained out of
Fuck.
me. It's being drained out of me.
I didn't have the fist. I had the...
It's being drained out of my family and I. But I think the first and foremost, though, is, you know, I did have a...
Fuck you, Fortnite player. I hope Dr. Disrespect comes for you next!
Sort of a planned vacation coming up. And I think I might just extend that starting today, starting now.
He's literally running out of town.
I think when I say step away, I think... I mean, I'm going to have to... Either have to relay this to the Midnight Society, but you know... Maybe I step away from there too.
This was likely Doc strategically getting ahead of his own company, Midnight Society, dropping him. And then there's the boldest part of Doc's defense, which is saying that all of his haters are terminally online. Trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a f about you. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know how you're gonna call anyone terminally online when you were a 35-year-old man cheating on your wife with a 17-year-old. Now this is all under the assumption that what Doc has sent to the minor was verified by the journalist. But surprisingly, the information they've...
Not 17. There's nothing that says it's 17, but I'll just run that back.
Actually laid eyes on is less than you realize. Like a lot less. If there is a defense for Dr. Disrespect, I'm having trouble looking past two major red flags. The first one is when he says, were there intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. What were those false intentions? Was it meeting up? It's exactly what pedos say on To Catch a Predator when they show up to the house.
This man's excuse sounds pretty old.
And what have you heard about those stories?
That people, or there's pedophilers out there, but
there's
that's not my intention tonight. I just wanted to have a party and have a good time.
He also takes moral responsibility, with his only defense being, anyone who truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things.
He said that he was messaging a minor and it would sometimes lead to teeter on inappropriate.
Again, can I just say, if Doc was doing something and he had like the fucking Slick Daddy Club still, that was his thing, the Slick Daddy Club. If he had like the big dick Twitch fucking channel tutorials, the big dick channel tutorials or something, where you had to ride Doc to understand how to come up on Twitch, right? Let's say Nerd City's example is real, you know? No. Like, why wouldn't he just say that? Why wouldn't he just tell you, yeah, I offered lessons where I taught people how to stream, and I called it the fucking Big Schlong Dick Riding Club. And when they're saying inappropriate messages, they're referring to the name of it, and then innuendo jokes that were made between people. There was no sexual intent. This was all like even that sounds bad, but it sounds way fucking better than whatever the fuck he wrote. Like, whatever he wrote was like the worst possible thing to say.
He knew that was a minor, and those were the messages being sent.
Like, again, and I say that, right? Don't you think he would have told fucking his friends? No, I didn't rizz up a minor. I was in the Slick Daddy Dick Riding Club. Why would he say this? now. If he knows Doc, why wouldn't Doc tell his friends this random fucking hypothetical, if that's even slightly possible?
I cannot support that. I can't.
He basically confirms that, you know, he was texting an underage girl.
Do you have to be shirtless to explain why Doc is bad?
And it went weird sometimes, you know, and look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? I can't support it. I can't defend it.
The defense of Doc has also been one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen. There's an email going around defending Doc. It was an anonymous source saying that the girl was 17, but that Doc didn't know the age at the time. And because of the brand name, the messages could be interpreted as inappropriate. That's why in the court proceedings, they settled with no wrongdoings. But this thing's obviously fake because it gets so many details wrong. Like saying that the Twitch whispers were from many weeks prior from his last stream. We know according to Doc himself, it was 3 years prior. This anonymous email has also been called out as fake by Slasher's anonymous source.
Have you seen this email going around, by the way?
I can say it is 100% fake bullshit, just like everything else. Stop believing everything you read on the internet.
Dude, stop believing everything you read on the internet. Source, guy who literally just believed that Dr. Disrespect was arrested because he saw it on the internet. God, this guy is such a fucking useless retard, and he should not be around any serious stories ever. Like, this is the same fucking stream, chat. It's the same stream where he saw some random screenshot from the Neighbors app and goes, oh, Doc was taken out in handcuffs.
Internet,
Thank
okay?
you. Wait,
a
no,
primary source says, literally in quotes, LOL in capital letters, this is complete bullshit.
Dude, and then like, do you know the lore on this? Do you understand the fucking lore? Can I fucking, hold on. Dude, so I put out a thread bashing Slasher for misreporting the story, and then this dumb fuck corrects it like a day later when that random guy on Kiwi Farms posted all the shit 12 hours before me, the Mishi guy. The Mr. son, or whatever the fuck his name is. So I put a thread out bashing Slasher for this, because of course I did. Why wouldn't I? Right? And then I go through the clips, and then look my tweet, 10:43 a.m. 10:43 a.m. This guy comes out under a drama alert tweet, by the way. He didn't even post this from his own front-facing account. You see the little line? It was under a Keem tweet. He hid this. I have confirmed with the San Diego Sheriff's Department that no one was arrested, nor any incident at that location. Thanks a lot, douchebag, at 11:01. Yeah, oh, wait, maybe I'm getting called out. Ooh-wee. Maybe I should fucking correct that. And if you're wondering why Slasher would have seen my Twitter, it's because he follows me. He wouldn't have missed it. He responded to me the other day and then cowered and ran like a bitch. Yeah, so this makes no fucking sense to me at all. Holy shit, dude. This guy sucks so much.
Yet for some reason, you have people like Sneeko taking it as a fact. Western culture is hilarious. If someone texts a girl that's 17 years, 11 months old, he gets jumped by the whole industry. But if the same girl waits one more month to sell her body on OnlyFans, she is celebrated by that same industry as an independent queen. Clown world. We do not know this girl's age. She could be 17, or she could be 15, 13. We have no idea. On top of that, Doc is 42. He would have been 35 at the time. If you're 35 years old and you're trying to hook up with a minor, I'm going to call you the P word. You have all this fame and money, and the only thing you have to do is not message someone who's under 18, and you blew it.
Dr. Disgusting, says Valkyrie. Yuck, says Pokimane. Everyone hates you, but as soon as that second hits midnight.
What? Then we get to react to your cuties review? Is that what happens when the clock hits midnight? You fucking freak.
Then she can sign up on OnlyFans, sell her body, and then everyone's gonna parade around and say, you go, queen! You're an independent girl boss, slay! Clown world. I don't know everything about Dr. Disrespect, but what is the, like, let's break it down. Pokimane pretty much does softcore porn for 14-year-old boys.
Dude, I can't believe the fake fucking Muslim is going on stream saying that Pokimane is doing softcore porn. This is insane to me, dude. It's actually nuts just how much you can grift this.
Her audience is 95% men who are jerking off the entire stream. Boogie, Pokey, I want to poke you, Pokey.
We're comparing Pokimane, who has simps and maybe...
Is that like a self-report? Like, I don't know what that is.
Maybe you could argue she could thirst trap with Dr. Disrespect, who was caught messaging a minor. These are not comparable whatsoever. Even Neon recognizes that.
Pokimane, your audience is just j***ing off watching you, and everybody knows that. And you know it. Look at her. She's looking down saying, stop that. Look at that cringe. She's cringing at her simp fans off on the stream all day, and she's aware of it. And then she has the balls to go say Dr. Disrespect's a terrible person. Bro, this is my problem with this.
They're both bad people, but like that doesn't.
But nobody cancels Pokimane. There's no hate brigade. Everyone's like,
text a 17-year-old.
But she has 13-year-olds off to her, and she's fine with it and monetizing it. How is that any better?
I get that, but what do you want her to do? Not show her face,
or don't get on a moral high ground about Dr.
I mean, the way she's like,
don't criticize Dr. Disrespect. Don't get on a moral high ground. This is fucking.
It looks like she's crazy,
but she has no legs to stand on in a moral high ground about Dr. Disrespect when Twitch is 13+ and her entire chat is jerking off to her.
I feel like you just have to just acknowledge that you're just lying at this point. I feel like this is not a rational thought that anyone can naturally have.
She's aware. She's like right here. She's
in a perfect world, what do you want her to do?
Jesus.
Don't talk about Dr. Disrespect.
How can she help that? Does she need to wear a hijab? One is Dr. Disrespect directly participating in the interaction. The other one is Pokimane just existing on camera. Jeremy has been pushing the same lie that the girl was confirmed 17 after Doc admitted to—
Dude, Jeremy's tweets about this are so fucking creepy. There are so many creepy Jeremy tweets that keep coming out. I literally, hold on. Can I just scroll? Do we have a... I'm gonna fucking die in the Fortnite. Oh, I'm literally not even showing the Fortnite screen. That's funny. Doesn't matter. We can just move right up. I'll go back to it after. Fucking holy shit, dude. The Jeremy stuff is so weird. Which one is this? This isn't even related. This one's not even related. But look at this, dude. Sees Hawk girl trending. Clicks to see sweet memes. Whores have ruined it. Full of porn. Hey, Hawk 2 girl, I just wanted to say, don't even bother trying to start a podcast or, an influencer career. People will move on before you can get started. You should open an OnlyFans and spread your pussy! Spread your pussy now!
Nicholas DeOrio guy, like one of those fucking...
Come on, quick! Get naked before the 15-minute closes! This is business advice! Spread them! Like, holy shit, dude. This is so fucking creepy. I'm sorry. I don't want to see from Basement Pisser that you should, do porn! Now! Like, okay. Holy shit, dude. There's so many weird Jeremy tweets that you can pull up from the situation, though, that are actually relevant. I just gotta scroll back to whatever the fuck we were talking about, Doc. Let's see. The quartering. Boom. I really wanted Doc to be innocent, but he wasn't, by his own admission. That's why I deleted my firm handshake reply. The firm handshake reply. Where is this? Did I not? I thought I had the firm handshake one. Hold on. Yeah, dude. Dude, the guy's like, hey man, message to minor. Then Doc wrote firm handshake, and then Doc added the word minor back to the tweet. And he's like, oh, I gotta make sure they see my firm handshake. Oh, fuck, dude. That's so crazy. Where's the other one? There's another fucking really weird one.
Isn't this Nicholas DeOrio guy like one of those fucking crypto fascist dudes too?
Brad. Here. Is this it? Childless, caked-faced woman worried about another man's kid. Have you seen the clip that they're getting mad about? Pokimane says something along... Let me see if I find it. Where is this? Is it... I think I posted in the replies. Where I have the quote. Dude, I hate talking about Dr. Disrespect because you get somebody being like, he's fucking innocent. You're a fucking retarded person or something like that. It's like, dude, you're just defending him. It's fucking creepy. I don't know if I have. Does anyone have this clip that we're looking for here? Let me see. Pokimane, Dr. Disrespect. It was like the least controversial comment that I have ever heard. And nobody ever posts Pokey clips, so they're not easy to find. Let me check LSF. I probably could find it. Like there's here, it's on Dexerto, because Dexerto published the article. Let me see. Well, here's the quote from Dexerto. Honestly, thinking about how he has kids makes me sad. Even watching videos like this, like, we're memeing on him, but I'm just so worried that someday he'll grow up.
Shout out to Nicholas DeOrio.
See all of this. Girl, that's a lot to unpack there in therapy. So that, like, his daughter is gonna, or son or whatever, is gonna turn 15 and go like, oh shit, like, my dad was messaging people my age. That's literally the comment. Then maybe it's the Pack God video.
Hey, disrespecting kids. Somebody fact check that. How old is Dr. Disrespect? Oh, is he actually 42? He's 42? Listen, I'm not saying that like it's bad to be 42. It's not bad to be 42. It's just bad to be that old.
This is like the most, they're like, don't talk about his kids. Well, don't text kids, then we won't talk about yours. It's like, I don't know! Bro, there's nothing controversial about this! Let me see. Kids. Oh, yeah, this is
it. A certain way. I did not know that. I thought he was still in his 30s.
Age and consent, you was operating beat low. The 2-time back to back, and now we smoking on your pad. Tell me how you is a dad, but you act like me.
No, honestly, thinking about how he has kids actually makes me sad. Even watching videos like this, it's like, we're memeing on him. I'm just so worried someday they grow up and then they see all of this. And girl, that's a lot to unpack in therapy.
Dude, I'm sorry, bro. Imagine hearing that clip and being like, childless, cake-faced woman is mad about another man's kids. Yo, Jeremy, when's your wife getting pregnant? Where's your kids?
Dudes too.
Where's your kids, Jeremy? What is Pokimane, like 28 years old? Where's your fucking kids, Jeremy? When are you gonna be a dad? Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. When's your wife gonna fucking procreate, dude? I don't know. Oh, fuck. Look at this one. Look at this one. What if he's infertile? I don't know, bro. Adopt. Have a nice black kid to go with your 2 black dads. Then at least when you say something fucking racist, you can point to the fact that you have a black son. It would really work well for your brand. Anyways. All right, here we go. The last Dr. Disrespect tweet leaves little doubt. They sent sexual graphic messages to a minor he knew was underage. He was made aware. So he writes, I'm out, right? Look at the timestamp. He's like, it leaves no doubt. This is the article. This is the article he's talking about. At 6:05, he's out, no doubt, okay? But at 7:12, exactly 1 hour later, choosing who to trust between Dr. Disrespect and Rolling Stone. Difficulty impossible. No! You literally just said you're out! It's not, there's nothing to fucking doubt you. There's no doubt. But what if there was doubt? Like, oh my God, dude. You want to defend this guy so bad. It's like team sports pedophiles. Holy shit. Like, that's what it feels like, dude. There's team sports politics, and now there's fucking team sports pedophiles. Oh, God. Jesus. All right, back to the video.
To messaging a minor, Jeremy replied at firm hand.
Yeah, it's like right-wing tipster. Like, just please stop defending him until he gives you something to work with. His only statement is, yes, I messaged that minor. Maybe don't defend him, bro. Holy tipster moment.
Shakes. Are you congratulating him, Jeremy? I don't understand. He delete this tweet and say, spam my firm handshakes reply to him all you want in the replies. I am right. You were all acting like he got caught having sex with a 9-year-old.
We don't know! We have no idea! Well, we know he didn't have sex with them. I feel like, yeah, here's the thing. All right, so when I heard about this whole Dr. Disrespect thing, I'm like, all right, obviously it wasn't like a pedo thing or a rape thing or sexual assault, like any of that stuff. Because if it was, Twitch would have told us. And in this case, I'm still pretty sure it's not like any physical contact because Twitch would have told us or Slasher would have told us. But if it was, would Twitch have told us? Would Slasher have told us? I don't know. I imagine it's just messages, but it very well could be a fucking 9-year-old. We have no idea how old they are. I assume, like, my guess is between the age of 14 and 16.
All you want in the replies. I am right. You were all acting like he got caught having sex with a 9-year-old.
Dude, when your boy gets called, not even your boy, when arbitrary fucking dude you're defending on Twitter, for whatever reason, let's not speculate too hard. When he says he sexted a minor, your pivot should not be, well, he didn't fuck one. Like, he didn't fuck a 9-year-old, dude. Like, it's like, this is not a fucking 20-year-old guy. This is not a fucking 21-year-old guy. This is a fucking 35-year-old man at the time. There is nothing to defend here.
Jeremy would reel this back on his YouTube channel, coming up with a conspiracy saying this only came out because Nick Merckx.
Like, if this was Call Me Carson, and you're like, yeah, he just messaged a minor or whatever. I think Carson even got pics or whatever from a minor. So that's, like, worse. But, like, if you're like, well, he didn't have sex with that minor, it's like, yeah, sure. He's 19, and the minor's, what, 17? Okay, 16. Okay. But, like, he's 35! There's, like, and he's using his fucking main Dr. Disrespect Twitch account to go into the whispers. So he's like, it's insane. This is crazy. Yeah, there's nothing to go. There's no angle to take here. This is bad.
Take trans people?
It's my opinion that the only reason that this finally came out about Doc is because Nick kind of kicked the hornet's nest by saying, leave the kids alone. Nick.
There's the team. I found the team, guys. Now I know why he's going. Now I know why he's firm handshaking messages where the guy says it's about trans people. Dude, somehow this whole thing is actually about trans people. Dude, the entire time I was thinking this was about covered up predator allegations and bad journalism and a guy lying for 4 years about his ban reason and nobody disclosing what the fuck happened. But little did I realize this is a trans issue. I'm so sorry, chat. I forgot that every issue online is about fucking trans people. Holy shit.
Said, hey, these, certain types of people are not real people. You're either a boy or you're a girl. And then coincidentally, a few days later...
I forgot, what do the trans people think about this? Nobody's asked them yet.
Later, they released what the real reason Doc was banned for. Now, I assume that means they probably didn't have anything on Nick, and they figured the best way to hurt him would be to hurt his friend. These people who are moral...
I don't even think that's wrong. I think that the Cody guy who went schizo and just started leaking it, that totally could be because of the Nick drama. It doesn't explain why he was doing this previously and trying to say that he was doing it to sell tickets to his concert. It seems like he was always going to do it eventually. But I'm sure that's the fucking final straw and that, like, what kicked the hornet's nest. But unfortunately, when people are right, you have to just say that they're right. Otherwise, you can get angled into defending some really weird shit.
On Twitter about it and celebrating.
Nick disavowed him? Yeah, Nick disavowed him, but he still took a ton of hate before that. I saw that. It was a lot of it, dude.
Cared about protecting kids. They never cared about what Doc did. They cared that Doc's friend dunked on the LGBTQ community.
I feel like Nick's been doing that once a week for the past 5 months. There's no...
That's not even a bad fucking response, dude. Shit, he has been doing that. No, but he did amp it up during Pride Month. He saw Pride Month and was like, all right, we're going to go to fucking war with these people, dude.
Correlation here. It's always got to loop back to trans people. Are the trans people under your bed right now, Jeremy? No matter what the...
To be fair, though, prior to this, the fucking... Like, the tipsters and all that were literally... Like, if you look at Tipster's Twitter, he's like, I can't believe that, of course, people who hate Dr. Disrespect are friends with fucking predators. Like, all those, like, that whole community, all the fucking trans people were in an uproar, like, the night before he confessed.
Ex-employees' motives were, it's good that this is out. Now, even though this whole subject made Jeremy look like a clown at best and a freak at worst, I still agree with his video in principle.
What I'm saying is, let me see the messages. If the messages really are as bad as the left and the mainstream media want you to...
Dude, you're just so fucking transparent. Dude, it's not a left-wing, right-wing issue. He did bad shit, and it's time to call them out. Like, these people are so fucking cowardly. I think that, like, if you're subscribed to literally any of these people, you should unsubscribe. This is just demonic.
Let me see the messages. If the messages really are as bad as the left and the mainstream media want you to believe, they've all clearly seen them. And if you put them out there and they really are, the bad of the bad, then It's over.
We're playing team sports with predators. This is like, oh, this fucking makes me mad, bro.
Hey, it's just done.
And it begs the question, why didn't Twitch make this clear from the start, and have the journalist even seen anything? The answers are concerning.
Actually, I was gonna cut back to Fortnite. I want to full screen this part.
The problem with the main journalist on this story is that he's always leading people on as if he knows more than he actually does, ultimately confusing the story. When asked what is the age...
Dude, Rod is like, you ever have that one friend in like high school or college who just wanted to be like the center of attention? Like, I just want to feel included. So like he would just go around and just, like, dude, the one guy who would like pretend he knew more about random shit that was happening than he actually did is Rod. That's what he is. He's just like, he's happy to tell everybody, like, oh, be friends with me. Come on, look at me. Look how credible I am. I know so many cool things. And he put like teasers out to this fucking Predator allegation for years, dude.
The girl, Slasher, aka Rod, gives a non-answer.
Do you know the age of the person?
Was not used in the reporting.
Are they 17 or are they younger than 17?
I do not have comment.
Dude, the guy who went on stream the day before and was like, I heard Doc was arrested! I cited it off of Twitter! It's like, you know, I have to be professional here. A whole team of people sat me down and told me that I have to be professional, and he sounds like Flamenco. Yeah, this is like Flamenco if he got popular and then dropped all the weird right-wing shit.
What do you mean you don't have a comment? Do you know or not? Okay, how about this? Why didn't Twitch say anything allowing this alleged predator to roam freely for 4 years, paying him millions in the process?
All of this was about protecting the victim, okay? That is why Twitch has never said anything. They will never say anything, not just about this case, but any of the other sexual misconduct, harassment, or assault cases that have ever happened on this platform, whether it's Method Josh or Hashinshin or Doc or anyone else.
That is very different, as Method Josh had screenshots and receipts backing up the allegations. And Shinshin has Twitch whispers that leaked of him talking to a 15-year-old woman.
There's no reason to ask what happened to those people. It's very obvious why they were banned.
He was 26, saying she should watch him without pants on. Twitch confirmed that this is why they banned him. It is the opposite of what Slasher is saying.
Oh fuck, wait!
With Doc, there's nothing, and the fact that Twitch willingly paid out makes them look bad, like they mishandled this whole thing.
The responsibility of trust and safety and the legal and law enforcement employees that work for these companies, they are to protect the victim. They're to make sure...
Isn't it crazy that the whole story is out there right now and we have total access to all of the information that's publicly available now? And it was enough information to destroy what's left of Doc's career, and I don't know the girl's name? Isn't that crazy, chat? Isn't that wild?
The victims are anonymous, and to make sure the victims are safe. The only reason we know about certain other cases is because those victims came forward. The victim never wanted to come forward or be involved in this.
It's almost like the victim, their position, their like opinion doesn't really matter here. Oh, Nick, you're so fucking edgy. No, that's true. It's almost like, in this case that we are looking at right now, we did not need a victim statement to get to the point where we are currently at. It never mattered. There are ways to redact screenshots to show what happened, and that was enough, would have been enough, and it would be better if we had it. Yeah.
Situation. That is why Twitch had never said anything, and they will continue to never say anything.
Right, but if the evidence didn't come forward in these other cases, these guys would still be around with clean reputations. Also, how does releasing the messages endanger the victim? Just redact the name. Then we wouldn't have 4 more years of potentially new victims. Destiny would challenge Slasher on this, and he wouldn't have a good answer.
A lot of the piece is to contextualize why Twitch was unable to say anything, and why they do not say anything, and why something like the logs are never going to come out, nor should you want to see them.
But is there an answer that's good, or is it just like to protect the victim thing?
Well, they're the two main answers, and all that it needs to be focused on is that, quote unquote, it not only endangers the victim, which needs to be the priority, Destiny. It's not for
Wait, how would it? How does it even?
This is like a fucking the train tracks problem, dude. This is a trolley problem.
How does it endanger the victim?
Any potential for the victim to be identified.
How would it? How could it possibly lead to the victim being identified?
There is no reason. So Slasher just starts making up new reasons for why these messages can't be released. It's suddenly illegal to show the messages.
People should not and cannot demand information and access to when not
the best part of this whole thing is he's like, you should just trust journalists. You should just trust journalists. I will trust a journalist. I'm not trusting you. You're not, like, as far as I'm concerned, you're not a journalist.
Well, should they not have?
Dude, you're literally a YouTuber who doesn't make videos. That's all I get from this. Like, your methods of like the stuff that you're saying sounds like any other retarded YouTuber and what they would do if they were in your position.
Have it, but a lot of times it is illegal.
Like, and he constantly like scoffs at YouTubers while he's covering it. Like, I'm not just a fucking YouTuber, bro. I'm Slasher. I'm Rod Breslau. It's like, dude, you suck.
Okay.
But then I don't, because Doc knows who the person was, right?
Yes, but the public doesn't. Nobody else does.
Yeah, but how is the public seeing a personal DM going to like clue them in? Like, do we have?
It's not. It is illegal to publicly show underage minors and their conversations.
There's no shot that's illegal.
What law is he citing? I don't know. Everyone disagrees. No one can find anything. If there was nude sent or illegal material, I would understand. But Twitch has already reported this incident to authorities, and apparently there is no investigation.
When it was initially reported, all reports with CSCA or CSAM are reported to the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children.
Okay, so there is a report on Dr. Disrespect at the National Center.
The legal process after, again, no court records have ever been found. I've never been able to get law enforcement to comment or even acknowledge that a thing exists. Do not have details on where it went after.
Just to be clear, though, those are just reports, right? So, like, for instance, if I think that Forethought has been engaged in bad behavior in my subreddit,
say something to you, Nick?
I would make that
I really
report
like
to
you.
the...
Holy shit, dude. 20 fucking memberships. Thank you, Cats a Flockin'. I'll read donos after the section, but thank you. 07.
Have that report filed. That doesn't mean anything. It's just a report, right?
Well,
give a big shout out to Nicholas
works with all
DeOrio.
law enforcement organizations.
Sure, I'm just saying that like a report is just a report. It doesn't necessarily mean that like something happened. It just means somebody felt like they had an obligation to make that report, right?
I always do the possible.
Damn, bro. Thank you.
To make that report.
Now, just because nothing came from this doesn't mean Doc isn't guilty. It just means what he did wasn't illegal. That is why it's important for the court of public opinion to have evidence so they can make a proper decision. Inappropriate messages with minors get posted all the time as part of other stories. I don't know why this one would be any...
Ah! No! No! What the fuck?
different or why it would be illegal, but either way, when Doc chose to sue Twitch, they had the option to take things to discovery where the messages could leak through a legal avenue. Slasher says they didn't
Can I say
because
something
they
to you,
wanted
Nick? I really like you.
Take things to discovery where the messages could leak through a legal avenue. Slasher says they didn't because they wanted to protect the victim.
Twitch's responsibility ultimately will always be on the victim and to try to do what they
do the possible.
Such a cop-out, nothing answer.
Can, and specifically in this case, because it involved a minor, having it always be as anonymous as possible. And
Is this really lolly?
Having it always be as anonymous as possible and their safety was their primary importance.
Sure, you can say all of this, but like Twitch could have literally just said like,
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
Thank you.
Why?
Thank you.
Importance.
Sure, you can say all of this, but like Twitch could have literally just said like, we've terminated the contract with Dr. Disrespect because we found out that he was engaged in like illicit
Can I
sexual
say something
contact
to you,
with.
Nick? I really like you.
Why?
The contract with Dr. Disrespect because we found out that he was engaged in like illicit sexual contact with underage people. Like I don't know.
I don't know. Why couldn't you just say that?
How that statement endangers the victim. Like,
I always do the possible.
He knows that personally. He knows 100% why his contract was terminated. So I don't know how that.
Like if they give the specifics here, then they are obligated to give specifics on many
this
other.
really lolly?
Why would they be? Like, why would they be obligated to now give shit on other people?
Then they are obligated to give specifics on many other very delicate, strong
No, they're not.
situations.
Is this really lolly?
Wait, why? No, they're not.
Is it completely necessary that that Twitch or another
And by the way, they should do that. They absolutely should do that. Yes.
tech company
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
I think
Why?
we're almost through the members.
responsible for giving specifics, especially in a case like this.
Is it completely necessary? I mean, like, probably not necessary. It's just like nice for like the public safety, I guess.
Well, if they want to
Give a
protect
big
future-
shout out to Nicholas DeOrio.
And like, probably not necessary. It's just like nice for like the public safety, I guess.
Well, if they want to protect future victims as well as the current one, I would say it's necessary.
Because it involves a minor
Is this really lolly?
Holy shit, dude. They're still coming, bro.
As well as the current one, I would say it's necessary.
Because it involves a minor in this case, they can legally even say what that hypothetical
To give a big shout out to Nicholas DeOrio.
statement giving out. I
You
don't
can't.
think
You
that
literally
is
can't
something
make
they
a
can do.
statement whatsoever.
The whole argument he's making is a paradox. He's like, the reason Twitch can't leak it is because they need to protect the victim. That's why
Can I say
Cody's
something
so...
to you, Nick?
Wait, did we get another
really
10?
like you.
Did I miss that?
Why?
Holy shit. DSP Historical Society, thank you for the 10 new memberships. Jesus fuck, guys. That's 30 in like a minute. What the fuck? Thank you. Well, wait. Did you say that I went under a tunnel? Oh, fuck. I didn't realize. Shit, dude. Okay, well, let's get back to the clip because it sounds like we're all noticed out. We're back in the game.
Legally even say what that hypothetical statement giving out. I
You
don't
can't.
think
You
that
literally
is
can't
something they
make
can
a
do.
statement whatsoever.
The whole argument he's making is a paradox. He's like, the reason Twitch can't leak it is because they need to protect the victim. That's why Cody's so awesome for leaking it.
He is a very upstanding individual. I can say that there is no NDA and that he really he walked his dog, came home, and said, "It will do it live," and made the tweet. There is actually...
Dude, why does he sound so giddy about this? Like,
that there is...
dude, we gotta protect the victim. We gotta protect the victim. And then he's like, dude, Cody said, "Fuck it, we'll do it live," and was just dropping it. Yee!
That's why Cody's so awesome for leaking it.
He is a very upstanding individual. I can say that there is no NDA and that he really he walked his dog, came home, and said, "It will do it live," and made the tweet. There is actually no like contractual reason why this happened.
He spilled the tea, princess! Oh, fuck. Give me a sec. I think my package just got here. Fuck. This is gonna be a bitch to edit later. I got my new mouse today. Here. Dude. Give me 1 second.
You're literally trying to catch me on fucking anything right now because you're a demon. All right. What I'm saying is,
heartbreaking story, and it's very brave of.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
Be right back.
I really like you.
Why? Where did that happen, chat? Do you know where Deaf Noodles has been heavily criticized over the past 2 years? Could you name a community who has done that?
Years, with a lot of it falling under the radar. And as it turns out, he's not just unfunny, he's also manipulative, vindictive, and the very archetype of a corrupt, scummy YouTube.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna be playing Dora the Explorer a lot
Isn't
today.
this
Do we have
Nicholas
any
DeOrio
Dora
guy
the
like one of those
Explorer
fucking
tunes?
crypto
Obviously, I didn't
fascist
prep
dudes
this 'cause
too?
this is on the spot, but Dora the Explorer theme. Okay, all right. Can you tell me the archetype of a manipulative, unfunny, vindictive, scummy, corrupt YouTuber? Does anyone in chat know any of those manipulative, unfunny, vindictive scumbag YouTubers? Does anyone here know that? Any of those people who could be? You know, it's an enigma. All right, chat. Unfunny. Remember,
All right, chat, we're
unfunny
back.
for later. Gamers! Nick playing dick riding drama from the Boondocks. True. Okay. Yeah, my Razor Basilisk just came. My whiteout Razor Basilisk.
It is left ambiguous about what his tweet even means to this day anyway. That tweet did not happen. Primary sources and a certain document.
What is
which
a
I have
Razor Basilisk? It's my new mouse, bro. It's my new mouse.
received and other journalists have received that is floating out there would not have been revealed without the tweet.
He then reveals that Cody has never seen the messages.
Cody, by the way, is a secondhand source. So Cody was never a primary source. Cody, I can say, never saw the whispers directly. Cody never saw the trust and safety document.
Nick, my boy, thanks for making my job more interesting. Thank you so much for even being here to begin with, dude. Listen, I listened to Chud Logic on the way to work, all right? I'm in your shoes.
That has been going around. Cody, for example, was never a primary source. Okay?
Cody was never a
as
primary source. He's never
person
seen
was
the messages. So, all right, number one, Cody hasn't seen the messages.
always a secondhand person to gain knowledge from somebody else.
Are you saying he didn't have firsthand of this? Wasn't he head of partnerships at Twitch?
It doesn't matter.
So he didn't know then, for sure. He had no idea, no first.
So trust and safety is going to be separate. Trust and safety is going to be separate.
But you're saying that he didn't talk to this guy or see this stuff for
Isn't this
himself.
Nicholas DeOrio guy like one
So
of
the
those
only public
crypto fascist dudes too?
Global source has not seen the messages.
Thank you,
That's
Agmar.
crazy. So the new excuse becomes, well, we can't show them because that'll interfere with the legal case.
Trust and safety and enforcement ops and a lot of things I talk
Isn't this
about.
Nicholas
like them
DeOrio
doing
guy like one of those fucking crypto fascist dudes too?
the work that they did is why everyone had been in the dark this whole time.
Nuts.
If things had gotten out earlier, if you had wanted Twitch to explain, that would have compromised the entire case, and that would
it would not have compromised the entire case. It wouldn't have. It's been 4 years. What case is still ongoing?
Compromise everyone else.
Why is the CEO going on streams and laughing about it? Are you serious?
That is there.
He doesn't elaborate any farther. He's already said that there was no legal case or investigation, so what could be compromised? He's seemingly making up new reasons every minute. When that doesn't work, Slasher's new talking point is to say you should never want to see the messages. You're weird for even asking. Just blindly believe journalists.
It is not the public's duty to know all this information.
Yes, it is. You fucking suck, dude. You suck so much. Please leave. Oh god, can you just stick to the Overwatch community or something? It doesn't matter.
It can be the duty of journalists like myself and Cecilia.
Oh, it's my duty. It's not the public's duty. It's my duty because I'm a journalist.
Information. It can be the duty of journalists like myself and
God.
Cecilia to try to do good work.
You didn't do anything. You're just the guy who knew a little bit more than everybody else, and then just slammed it in everybody's face.
While respecting the victim and trying
I respect the victim. I respect the victim. I respect the victim.
to get information out to the
That's what he says when he cranks one out.
public at the same time. But sources are under no obligation to speak to journalists and to do anything. Their obligation is always for the victims in these situations. I just want to try to get that type of context out there. A lot of the piece is to contextualize why Twitch was unable to say anything.
It's fucking Zero again, dude. He confessed! I don't need to know she exists! He fucking said she did it!
And why they do not say anything, and why something like the logs are never going to come out, nor should you want to see them. Even in general...
Nor should you want to see them. Alright, the logs aren't coming out. Okay. But you shouldn't want to see them. You should trust me, the guy who didn't tell you for 4 fucking years!
It should be that you don't want to see conversations for minors to try to have to prove to you or anyone on the internet about how contextually
to the sun! Blast this guy into the sun! Holy fuck, dude!
Conversation is okay or not as bad or whatever. For you to want to have to see it is not a realistic thing that you or anyone else on the internet should ever expect.
Eventually, he just says these messages won't leak. In fact, they don't even exist anymore, so stop asking.
If they don't see the actual whispers and messages that happened here, they'll never be, convinced.
You shouldn't want evidence, bitch. You should trust journalists. Come on, come here. Trust me, bitch. Come on. Come here! Come here. Trust me! Trust me!
And that is not going to happen. From what I understand, those do not exist. All right? Those are not, at least from those people that I have talked to, if they exist, they do not know that they exist. You will never see them.
Wait, you could.
Isn't this Nicholas DeOrio guy like one of those fucking crypto fascist dudes?
It is funny that he sounds like he's like a flamenco-esque voice while he's arguing this stuff.
No, that would be insane.
So you know what? I will trust the journalist as long as they...
I am a journalist! I am a journalist!
Can I say something to you, Nick?
I am a journalist, Dr. Hahn! I am a journalist!
Verified the content with their own eyes. That's good enough for me. But they haven't. I want you to listen through this hypothetical.
Can I ask you a question on this thing? So let's say I give you firsthand information about Destiny, okay? and I show you stuff, but I don't let you make a copy. But you know now this is legit shit. So I show you a video of Destiny stomping on puppies, and it's like the most fucked up shit you've ever seen, but you know this is legit. Like, you can't deepfake what I just showed you. You're throwing up. It's so fucking unbelievably. And he's sitting there saying, yeah, look, dogs, doesn't matter. I eat them for meat. Why would I care about them here? Like, the whole thing, it's real. I've shown you this. I'm obviously a good friend of Destiny, the whole thing, but I'm like, listen, I can't give you a copy of this. He knows I'm the only one who has a copy. I don't even know why he sent it to me. Are you going to report on it?
No.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'd report the shit out of that.
I need the copy of the tape.
Wow, that's a very high bar for verification. I respect that. So I figured Slasher must have the messages. So I asked him, Slasher, I need to know, do you...
This is so bad, dude. Does he show all of them? This conversation is stomach turning.
have the messages? Have you seen them? Do you know...
Hey there, I do not have the messages. Only very few have access within Twitch's law enforcement response team. They will never be released.
Oh, who may have them? He says, I do not have the messages. Only a very few have access within Twitch. I told him that I don't understand why the messages couldn't be leaked, and he replied, that seems very misguided. I don't know why people are clamoring for this. He reiterates that we have to trust what Twitch is doing, and that's...
What is happening to my screen right now on OBS? What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. What is happening? What is the... What? Why is that doing that? I thought his video was weird. What is happening? Hold on, fuck. Let's just... Yeah, okay. Nice. What the dude, the OBS was on Brad's weed. Sure.
Someone is guided. I don't know why people are clamoring for this. He reiterates that we have to trust what Twitch is doing, and that someone in
his I hacked the video.
Position as a journalist has completely verified the information, and it has passed both the journalistic and legal bar. If you noticed, he's not answering my questions, so I repeat myself, just to verify. You did see them with your own eyes. Well, you're more than likely to track down my primary sources. Yeah, pushes. Yeah! Wow! You're more than welcome to track down my primary sources. Yeah! You did see them with your own eyes. He ignores me and tells me I can track down primary sources, but he won't tell me where to start.
Ooh, any leads? No! Yeah!
So I asked the same question again. Just to clarify, you saw the message.
You saw the message with your own eyes, right? It's not some word of mouth shit.
Just with their own...
The whispers and statements were seen by sources. They had direct knowledge and access to them. Yeah.
Own eyes. This is not some word of mouth shit. And he replies, the whispers and statements were seen by sources who had direct knowledge / access to them. Remember when I said that Slasher loves giving off the perception that he's more credible than he actually is? I repeat myself for the 4th time. But did you see them? Please be direct. And he finally says, no.
No, I never seen them before in my life. Oh fuck, this changes everything, dude. This guy didn't know anything. This guy fucking knew nothing. This guy had no, like, this is insane. This guy literally went from knowing everything to knowing nothing in one script.
I mentioned
that.
He
didn't know! He didn't know!
Really? Because I had a different interpretation when you said you completely verified the information. Our definition of the word verified is not the same. Does anyone else feel like this is a problem? This is being pitched as a case-closed allegation. Cody, the ex-employee who broke the story, has not seen the messages. Slasher, the journalist who's been taking all the credit, has not seen the messages. The Bloomberg journalist has not seen the messages. Twitch apparently...
Did you know if you hold the spacebar, it makes Willy talk faster?
Taking all the credit has not seen the messages. The Bloomberg journalist has not seen the messages. Twitch apparently can't release the messages because it will compromise the victim.
Isn't this
Twitch
Nicholas DeOrio guy like one of those fucking crypto fascist dudes too?
We can't redact the messages because it would be illegal. Twitch apparently can't give a statement because that will ruin the legal case. Oh, but also there is no case or investigation taking place. All of this is stemming from an anonymous source that used to work at Twitch's Trust and Safety. But the only damning part of this story is Doc's tweet responding to Cody, admitting he inappropriately messaged a minor. Look, Twitch has screwed up this entire story. Slasher defending him, saying they paid him out, let him exist for 4 years growing on another platform, all because the victim didn't want her anonymous messages to get out there, is like saying the police chose to let a murderer get away because the family doesn't want to relive the trauma. It's stupid because it's potentially putting public safety
I hate this guy. I hate this guy. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I have no other criticism other than the fact that Slasher should be blasted into the sun. Holy shit, dude. I fucking hate this
So
guy.
what does this mean? People like me are going to read in between the lines and assume these messages are way worse than Doc is letting on. That the anonymous sources are probably right. But the reality is, when Doc comes back, he says he's going to come back. He's going to frame it like this. The tweet I made was panicked and had to be purposely vague. The messages were simply out of context jokes that maybe leaned inappropriate at times, but nothing more. It's not serious. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. Twitch says they gave it to authorities, but there was no charges. I'd like to give more context, but I'm tied to legal obligations. I didn't do anything wrong. No wrongdoings were found, and Twitch paid me. I would bet money that this is a statement, and without evidence, this is really hard to dispute. People like me have nothing to point to besides anonymous sources and journalists who haven't seen anything. The public will believe Doc because that's—
So, just to be clear, just to understand what we're dealing with here, this is the basis of my understanding. I'm not claiming it's 100% accurate. I'm claiming this is what I got from all the streams I watched. My interpretation of events is as follows. Someone from the team who had seen the messages reached out to Slasher. Slasher then heard about these allegations from several other people, but the unfortunate part of that is they were deemed secondary sources. So on Destiny's stream, he gave the excuse that he needed another primary source or he would not be able to go forward with the story because the arbitrary number of 2 is enough to move forward. While where 1 is not okay, even if he'd had, because he hadn't seen the messages either. I thought he had seen them. But all of the other sources at Twitch who were telling him this was real were people who hadn't seen or had access to the messages themselves. So for 4 years, Slasher had one singular source who told him what was in the messages, and then several other sources who talked to that previous source, and they were all friends or they were all interacting, and there was some fucking document that ended up going around recently, right? Now, after the first article hit the tower, a second article was released with 3 primary sources. Slasher has now claimed that these are 3 primary sources that would know, so therefore he can move forward with the article. If these are the same people, I think he's bullshitting. If they're different people, then they came out after the public scrutiny. But Slasher really couldn't say anything because he didn't really know anything. He was just a gay little freak who was running around being like, "Oh, guys, I know so much! I know so much about the allegations! Oh, look at me! I'm so fucking credible, guys! It's gonna be so cool!" And then he realized that people would hate him for just saying that this guy's done some fucking horrible stuff and his life's gonna get ended. Without showing any context or anything like that, and then it's not coming out. Oh boy, it's not coming out, so now I look like a loser. So fucking Slasher leaves the internet, and he comes back in triumphant success after one of his friends goes fucking rogue and just leaks all the information. And then he like drops his whole "I must protect the victim" thing, which was his excuse for doing nothing for 4 years and not pushing it and not trying to get the information out.
Isn't this
then
Nicholas DeOrio
only
guy,
after
like, one
all
of
of
those
that,
fucking
he then
crypto
comes out and
fascist,
praises the
dudes,
guy
too?
briefly before then realizing, oh fuck, that's like super counter to my own argument, and that doesn't work at all. Oh, wait, so this is Slasher. That's what Slasher is, dude. He's just Slasher's a fucking fraud. He's a hack. And he's a loser.
That's the only information that will exist.
Shame on you, Dr. Disrespect! Shame on you for what you do!
People are not going to believe journalists just because they say so. There's been too many cases where the reality turned out different than the allegation initially led on. And these cases frankly had more evidence. Slasher is just not a good journalist. He would go on his sound stream to promote his article and he would say that Doc was arrested because of this story.
I did get a DM about an hour ago from someone who lives in Encientes, near Rancho Santa Fe. That is the area that Dr. Disrespect lives in.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent me a screenshot from his next door, which is in that area. And there is a comment. This was from 11 a.m. this morning, so this is before like my article came out. There is a comment that says, "We just saw Dr. Disrespect in handcuffs. He lives right there. I assume..."
Dude, this clip is so insane after all the gay shit you just heard about protecting the victims and like fucking handling the story with care. It's so stupid, dude.
And it has something to do with the accusations.
He's doing that thing where he's making it sound like he has some credible source. He doesn't. It's just a next door post. Even Hassan's like, dude, you're not helping out your credibility with this.
I cannot confirm or verify anything, but this is coming from someone who is in that next door. And this is from...
bro. Okay.
Dude, I love this clip.
Listen, I didn't hear that. I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like I don't know how to I don't know how to respond to this. Okay, I can't believe you just dropped
him.
that in here because, like,
Dude, you
if
fucked
that is-
Hassan up so bad. He's responsible.
if that is untrue, this is like you're squandering.
Dude,
Isn't
got
this Nicholas
himself into
DeOrio
this
guy like one of
horrible
those
situation.
crypto fascist dudes
so
too?
he gets himself into this awful situation, right, from the very beginning, okay, by just leaking way too much information too quickly about a situation that was never coming out, which damaged his credibility, and people started calling him a liar. So the first thing he did after he came back and was quote-unquote vindicated was leak information that he didn't know to the audience and spread misinformation about the same story he now just got forgiveness from. This guy is such a fucking idiot. The fact that he even calls himself a journalist is a fucking joke.
Wondering all of the cultural
I thought to be a journalist, you're supposed to have some more integrity than the average YouTuber grinding for cash online. I must have been sadly mistaken.
That you're winning back by being correct on this matter for the past 4 years.
Towards the end,
people keep saying you're not a journalist, Nick, and I'm like, yeah, of course I'm not a journalist. I have no fucking integrity. And then it's like, Slasher exists, and it's like, oh, I guess I didn't need that. Maybe I am a journalist. Fuck, I didn't know.
End of the interview, a viewer would point out that this was fake, and Slasher would just ignore it, continuing to promote his article.
The next door screenshot about Doc being arrested is fake. It's a fake screenshot. I didn't even show the next door screenshot. But I don't, like I said, that is like unconfirmed anyway. I would not run with that. Other word.
Thank you for reading, everyone. Please go click and give me traffic if you have not.
The top comment of Slasher's interview says, "You could tell me that Slasher has never known anything about this entire situation, and I would 100% believe you. He's a terrible journalist, and if he never returned to cover this story, there would be less confusion. He keeps talking as if he knows things when he doesn't."
Who do you think is winning the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef? Says, I'm just random. Drake's winning.
In conclusion, I place a lot of blame on Twitch, and I think there's two distinct possibilities for what happened. One is that Doc is 100% guilty. The anonymous sources are dead on. They get the report, they want to cut ties with him, but they don't want the bad press of one of their biggest stars being a pedo. This is a dark reality, meaning that Twitch covered up this guy soliciting a minor for their brand. The second possibility is that Twitch staff saw inappropriate messages, they reported it to authorities, and they banned them. But maybe those messages weren't as explicit depending on your interpretation. And Twitch's lawyers realized this put him in a legally tricky situation, so they settled and paid out. In both scenarios, the Twitch employees are telling the truth, but in option 2, Doc is telling the truth as well. I personally think that he only came out with this statement vaguely admitting to stuff because he thought the messages were going to leak after Cody's post. I'm 75.
Dude, he goes, I don't think it was gonna leak. I think it was because of the journalists' articles. Please, Willie, have this clip. I didn't think it was going to leak because I don't think he thought it was gonna leak. I think he was terrified at the power of the journalists who were critiquing him.
Leaning towards the first theory. But I guess we'll never know. Everyone agrees on one thing though, if the DMs don't leak, Doc is going to be able to set the narrative for his comeback.
Is there some bizarro world that he gets more popular?
Isn't this Nicholas DeOrio guy like one of those? I don't know.
When he returns
Fascist, if you were to ask me this question, you know, 5 days ago, I would have said no. But considering that I have seen, isn't this Nicholas DeOrio so much guy like defense one of those crypto fascists of Dr. Disrespect's actions from people who understand the situation and yet still defend him, and people who, like, I guess are voluntarily misunderstanding the situation and defend him. I don't know. Maybe there is a market for this sort of thing.
By misunderstanding, he means people who want to see the evidence. It's hard to blame them because no public source has seen the messages. Evidence matters. Well, there you go. The full Doc story. Now you could drum up your own conclusions. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the homies over on Patreon. Phoebes, Crimson Glass, Riveter, Christina Vina, Mac Monkey, Drain Kobex, Necro Valley, Stefan Bildman, Abby Blackbird, The Confusing Opinion, Eddie Bizzle, Tismic Fitz, Christopher.
All right. Thank you, Willie, for epic base memorinos. Now, quickly, I do want to try to find this clip because I want to play this. Where's the Destiny combo with Slasher? Where's the Destiny Slasher combo? Ooh, I gotta watch the new fucking EFAP clip about the boys. Destiny
for later.
How did I get on John Swan again? Destiny Slasher. I bought a new keyboard. I got the Keychron fucking whatever keyboard now because now my keyboard's gonna funk when I stream. You guys are gonna be so happy. I spilled water on my fucking keyboard, but it's working, so I replaced it anyway. Let me see.
Good. Good.
Dude, the power of the journalist. Sounds like a boogie intro. Let me see. So it would be afraid. Let's look up the word afraid. Afraid of getting sued. Afraid. Yeah, this is it. Listen to this gay shit.
That's it. That's like so. I feel like the doc could have said 1,000 things that would have been better to say than what he said. He said the worst thing ever. There has to be a reason that he's like, of all the things I could say.
I think he just went to panic mode. I mean, I don't have any insight. I don't think it was because he was afraid of more. The Bloomberg. I think what I'm trying to tell you is you're undervaluing how much the impact the Bloomberg article report had. I'm telling you that
he definitely just knows the document is out there. He's worried about the trust and safety report coming out. That's what he's worried about. That will characterize the messages.
I think the Bloomberg report from a 1 to 10 has got to be like a 9.5 on the.
Dude, this is such cope. You just want your fucking profession to be looked at better. Holy shit. I think it's because the messages leaked. No, I think it's because of the Bloomberg article.
I am fucked, and that is what made him panic. Again, no, but I really don't think it is a looking forward more. I mean, look, I cannot say that.
I'll tell you this. He's like a turbo jam.
I cannot say that there's not more about maybe other cases or other potential situations, and that there might be even more to this specific case. So that is possible. But I really think it was an instinctive reaction to the Bloomberg report, and then people reacting to the Bloomberg report. Personally,
when was the Bloomberg report compared to Doc's tweets?
The Bloomberg report is what started everything. It was
Dude, yeah, of course, it's what started everything. No, Cody started everything, and Cody didn't write the Bloomberg article.
On morning that kicked off.
That morning.
So it was
the huge social media backlash after the Cody tweets. But nice, dude.
And then around noon, Doc tweeted his final big write-up tweet.
The full retardation one, right? Okay.
Yes, the Bloomberg report preceded the eventual.
I could imagine being the Doc, and you're getting a call from Bloomberg being like, "Hi, I'm a journalist at Bloomberg, and I'm writing a story about how you were texting minors, and we have sources on record now, and I just wanted to get your comment." I could imagine him being like, "Fuck, they have a paper trail, they have actual evidence."
Dan is so fucking right, and he's listen to this.
Release a lot of shit. I have to get ahead of this. That's what I would be thinking. That's why I went back to the think. I think the Doc was fearful that something was going to get leaked, the logs or an internal report or something saying so Doc was here talking with a 13-year-old, said multiple times, I love that 13-year-old butthole or whatever it is. And that's what he was afraid of, because up until then, and even with the article, it's just not that.
Slasher wrote one of the article. He wrote the second article, not the first one.
That's what you think.
Oh my god, dude! Listen to him laugh. He's literally dismissing it.
I can't believe that's what you think would happen, or even you think that he think that is what. I don't.
You're so stupid. You actually think it wasn't the article?
I don't know.
Well, I think Doc is more like me. In the retard.
Whoa, Dan, whoa.
Patient part. Sorry. Apparently. Got to be careful with that.
Dude,
one.
he's laughing in his face, being like, "Of course it was the journalist. You fucking retard."
Whoops.
Sorry, I walked away. Dan's 100% correct.
Whoa, dude, Dan's correct about being just like Doc? No way.
There's no reason the Doc would come out and say, "Yeah, I was inappropriate with a minor," unless he knew something was coming out.
Yeah.
Knew for a fact. Hey, 10 people have this document.
He's trying to get ahead of it. That's it. There's the only way you do this. Sure. It's the only way if you're trying to get ahead of it.
Bloomberg had to give him 12 to 24 hours to make a comment. So he knew he was
Dude, this guy thinks he's like the Terminator. This guy literally thinks that him and his journalist friends, who probably shudder at a spider being on the wall, dude, like Turkey Tom. Dude, they're like the fucking Terminators.
Been contact beforehand asking for comment. I'll also say that he had this.
Have you read my article? Have you read my article?
Same thing.
Read my article. He reminds me of the guy sitting behind the desk in the Smiling Friends episode who's fucking touching the who's putting the McNuggets into different sauces and shit. He's like, yeah, no, you should read my fucking article.
Me. I filed, my report came out on Thursday afternoon. He was asked for comment.
Yeah, I am the John Wick of journalism.
On Wednesday afternoon. I never heard back. There was no response for comment. But there was indication to him that there will be something coming, and that the questions given to him...
Yeah, the indication was that it was going viral on Twitter, you fucking dumbass. Holy shit. Yeah, it's like he had no idea. It was like his 4th response, by the way, too. He'd been posting all week, and it wasn't working. Surely, though. Surely, yes.
Or in the reporting. So he does have forewarning that a report is going to be coming, because he is asked for comment. Every person and or
he had forewarning, knowing it was a fucking viral story, you retard.
Entity, in these reports that have come out, were asked for comment. Most of them just did not respond to comment. Twitch did not respond to comment. Dr. Disrespect did not respond to comment. YouTube did not respond to comment. Like the comment that I got on record was from the ex-head of Twitch, of YouTube. Gaming, like current YouTube, which I asked for comment based on his statement, did not reply. So that's actually pretty standard. You reach out to a bunch of people to ask if you have any comment, and most of them won't even say no, they just won't even answer. But they do have forewarning beforehand to at least try to craft something, which should actually be even worse.
No one cares about journalists, and they shouldn't. Why should you care about any of these people? They literally, they're more incompetent than your average YouTuber. At least these ones are. Like, they're obviously good journalists, but I don't know, dude. This is like, yeah, bro sounds like nerd emoji. Yeah, I think that's the end of the doc stuff, though. I don't think there's much else to talk about. This is probably the last VOD I upload on it, so there's gonna be like 4 doc VODs next week, so it's gonna be very confusing to people who aren't aware that, like, who just heard this to see 4 videos pop up on my stream. But realistically, yeah, I do think it's like, I don't think there's much else to add here. It looks like they got their word out, they put their article out, now everyone's going to shut up about it. Maybe there'll be another doc drama in like 2 years when he tries to come back again. Or maybe a year, maybe even 6 months, if he thinks it's a winnable thing. It's really shitty. Doc was a really good entertainer. It's pretty fucking sad that he did this. I don't understand why big YouTubers who are 35 years old who have kids need to go in, chat with minors sexually in any way that would be deemed inappropriate. I mean, if the guy's calling his own actions inappropriate, what does that tell you? Realistically, what does that tell you? That you're going to get the most charitable version of the statements from him, and he's calling it, well, at times it was probably getting inappropriate. Oh, cool. Nice. It's just gross. It's really shitty that has to happen. I don't know why all these fucking people need to act like this instead of just, have a functioning career and not be a total creep. But yeah, sad. And I think that some of the stuff he was making for a real long while was pretty peak content. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some, Jeremy. Your team lost this round, but it's not over yet. What is happening? Okay, before we get into the next subject, there was a Nerd City thread posted while we're doing the Reddit stuff. There was a Nerd City thread posted, and I'm reading this, and my brain is fucking imploding. Some of the co-hosts, Dolan Dark, was low-key in defense of Tumad after he died, or at least defending him somewhat. That's very descriptive. And Colossal had to jump in and say, well, no, that's not how he was, or how others perceived him. The first half of the podcast seemed like Dolan was sucking him off in a way. Like, Dolan kept going on about how kind Tumad was to him, though very erratic. And then he struggled to believe he was capable of doing some of the things he was accused of doing, because he never got to see that side of him. That seems fairly reasonable. If I only knew somebody in one specific way, and then I was told that he raped somebody, I might be a bit, like, wary of just going, okay, cool, whatever. Let's see. You have Colossal is Crazy, who has defended the British monarchy, chat. Cancel him. Cancel Cloud. He has defended the British monarchy. God save the inbred. Oh my god. You have Dolan with Tumad, now Nerd with his defense of Dr. Disrespect. We'll watch that later. Yeah, it comes at a bad time. I don't know what's going on, dude, with that. But then people are covering him, and they're like, Nerd City's downfall has been fairly consistent over years, chat. Years people have been coming to this conclusion. Now, you guys might know me as an avid 2019 hater of Nerd City, so I know the lore, okay? I know why I didn't like him. Let's see if these match up. Well, he made a video asserting that you should never pay commission artists until they've given you the art. This is a format that ends with artists getting screwed over the most. Oh, yes, the downfall of reasonable art take. My bad. I'm so sorry. I can't. Fuck this guy, dude. You should only pay for work when it's done. Now listen, okay. Sometimes if my artist asks me for money ahead of time or something like that, I almost don't think that's ever happened. Typically they just give me it and then I say, what do I owe you? And then I give them the money. And like the worst thing that ever happened is like maybe I fucking missed the DM for like a day, but I work with these people all the time. So I literally send the money as soon as possible. I don't understand. Like, listen, bro, I just fucking hate Twitter artists. So maybe I'm like super biased here, but that does not sound like an unreasonable request. I don't know. Maybe there's like an artist in the chat right now being like, fuck you, Nick. This is the worst way to treat artists. It's like, dude, point number one on Nerd City's downfall is not you should have a reasonable take at paying artists. That's like the standard, yeah. Then he made weird Islamophobic comments about J-Station. Chat, what the fuck did Nerd City say about J-Station? What are you talking about? What's going on? What's happening? Like, Islamophobic comments about J-Station, dude. His fucking revolution will not be televised. And then NFT shilling. We have the King of Nothing defense that every single NFT is, in fact, a scam. Now, Nerd City's NFT rollout was kind of wonky, as somebody who actually owns three of these things. At one point, like, it looked like the fucking website went down and all this stuff, and it took him forever to roll it out. But Nerd City rolled it out. I have them. I used it as a profile pic for a long time.
DeOrio guy like one of those fucking
the skull thing that I was using with like
too?
Wavy Web Surf's wallpaper, dude, was my fucking NFT. I have it. Obviously not a scam. Shilling. He did this whole project where he had people draw up like hundreds of skulls or whatever. Like, if you don't like NFTs, that's fine. But again, that's not really... I think people argued with him where he's like saying NFTs aren't inherently a scam. And then like Reddit admins were replying in his tweets being like, actually, crypto's always a scam. And I don't know. It's harder to fight with that now that the fucking market's dead. But when people were making real fucking money, I don't know. So yeah, but Nick, he said it was gonna be worth something. Yeah, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Dr. Disrespect because I want to watch Willy's video first. That's the first thing I want to do because I have yet to see it, but I knew I wanted to see it for a while. I've been waiting for a week to see this. Before we get started, I do want to just briefly address the TBH podcast. I think this is a bit of a wonky clip. I had to make sure we glaze Nerd City before we bring this up. Because... Okay, let me level with you. Okay? So Nerd City hates all my friends. Everyone knows this. I think this week he's blocked Matt, Tommy, and Willy. But like, I'm on semi-okay terms with Nerd City. Okay? I reached out to him, and I'm not gonna give you any of the message he told me. But I reached out. I'm like, so I thought you fucking hate me. Like, why am I not blocked? What's going on, right? And we had a back and forth or whatever, and I think we're on okay terms, I guess. So basically, it boils down to the fact that like I defend him when I think that he's right in arguments. I think that's what I took away from the situation, which I just try to do because I'm just trying to like do the best I can to like provide some sort of useful commentary. All right, like whenever I see somebody that I don't like, or even somebody that I didn't like in the past get fucked over, I try to like jump in and say, hey, that's pretty fucked up or something like that. Like, I try to be pretty fair even when I don't like people, because that usually provides like, I don't know, people look at that and they go, yeah, that's okay, Nick's credible. He's defending people he doesn't like about a point that he's like that he cares about, right? So that being said, this new episode of TVH called Dr. Disrespect Riz the Minor has a really weird section in it. This is an odd one. I don't really know how to describe this. Whatever you think, it's probably worse. The take is like really bad. I hope he amends it. July 8th, 2024. So this is 3 days ago. This is not 2 weeks ago. This is not prior to the Bloomberg article, unless somebody tells me otherwise. I don't know when it was recorded, but it was posted on July 8th on Riz the Minor. Yeah. That's a funny title. I have no problem with it. Let me see.
We can't say anything, our hands are tied. They're probably...
Now, this is, again, Pyro, Dolan, and Colossal, and Nerd. I've listened to the podcast a few times. I don't really have too many critiques for it, other than the fact that it's just not... It's obviously not baited. And I think Clown works better with Keem, but I understand why he doesn't want to. So if I go to the word... We're going to just search by the word woke. We're going to click up a little bit. This is... I don't know. Dude, this is like underground drama. I don't think anyone's seen this clip yet. So the context that you're about to see starts with Clown saying that, like, well, if I knew this guy was like a pedophile, I would like plant evidence. Now he's obviously joking. That's just, I'm just giving you that context so you know where we're coming in on. But again, post Bloomberg article, we're getting a big take here on the pro Dr. Disrespect angle that no one's really talking about.
In the door, I'm planting evidence, because if I know for 100% certainty within my mind that this guy is guilty, but we need fucking evidence, I'm gonna fucking plant it.
I'm planting.
Did he bring Glup shit out? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. This is not a Bo Blacks is in the cave moment.
Well, that sounds like what the disrespect side of the Twitch leaks is saying was happening. That there were people who like morally felt obligated to cancel Dr. Disrespect, and they were planting evidence.
Okay, so what Nerd City is responding to here is the email. I don't know if you know about the email. I can pull it up really quick if you haven't seen it. It's not real. The email is contradicting Dr. Disrespect's story. In fact, I will bring it up just to fact check it. Because this email was quote unquote leaked. I think the Papa Stamulus guy leaked it, right? Was that him? Let me see. Yeah, I think Papa Staminimus or whatever, the fucking 3 million sub shorts YouTuber, posted this. Yeah, here it is. Massive potential Dr. Disrespect leak, right? Oh, that's the YouTube uploaded thing. I grabbed the wrong one. Papa Stamulus. Here, so this Proton Mail email came out. Let me just zoom it in hardcore here, because this is not fucking readable. But yeah, so essentially the main takeaways here are that the whispers in question were many, many weeks prior to his last stream. I don't know why you wouldn't just point to the fact that they were 3 years. I don't know why you'd put that in many, many weeks, but that's not really anything. Where is it? So it says... So yeah, the incident was that Twitch knew the okay, it was interpreted differently by certain members of Twitch who had taken a dislike to Dr. Disrespect due to the bathroom incident, the internet feeling like this would be only a matter of time before they got him on something. However, it was all right, so they're saying that like they hated him because of the bathroom incident, and they jumped in and they like looked for a reason to get him. And then I believe this is the one that says this is where the 17 rumor came from, by the way. They say it's a 17 okay, let me see. Where is the 17 part? Disrespect was one to initiate proceedings. I thought this was the one with 17. Oh, fuck, it's literally the first paragraph. Okay, there were whispers between a guy and a 17-year-old
Isn't
between
this
guy.
Nicholas DeOrio guy like one of those fucking crypto fascist dudes?
There were whispers between Guy and a 17-year-old Twitch. The age was not known at the time. These were the messages in relation to how to... So, again, this is contradicting his actual statement, and it's contradicting new reports from Twitch, right? So it's contradicting what we already know, is that Doc literally continued messaging the minor after knowing the age, right? And it also contradicts Doc's own statement. Like, first, actually, I don't know if it contradicts Doc's statement. It says 17. Doc doesn't mention it's 17. So I feel like that would have come up. and I think it would have come up in regards to like that he didn't know the age of the minor. Like these are things that Doc would have included.
Isn't this
so?
Nicholas
I'm
DeOrio guy,
wording
like
it
one of those
poorly,
fucking
but
crypto fascist dudes?
again, if this was real, if this stupid email that everyone involved, everyone who knows anything about it says is fake, if this email was real, then like Doc would have included all of this stuff. You understand? Okay, that's where I was going with that. Anyways, here, back to the podcast.
He felt is saying was happening, that there were people who like morally felt obligated to cancel Dr. Disrespect, and they were planting evidence. That's kind of like, that's the other version of this, is they were saying that they were going to get him on something, they didn't care what, and they looked for something to deliberately get him on.
Now, this is important because we're hearing this clip after. This is after Dr. Disrespect came out and confessed that like it did happen. So it wasn't planted.
Going to get him on something, they didn't care what, and they looked for something to deliberately get him on, you know? And maybe what they actually didn't like about him was he's like
a predator
toxic
and they know
masculine.
he's a predator, then all right, fair enough. But just because they don't like him or he's said some things that they don't like, then of course, obviously not.
I'm worried that it's that, though. I just want that to be ruled out. That's why I need to see these text messages, because...
So, again, I empathize with him here because I want to see the messages too. I want to know what he said so I can better understand what I'm criticizing him for. And so Doc can't use it to come back later if they're bad. I'm with him there. I'm with him at that point.
Worried that it's that, though. I just want that to be ruled out. That's why I need to see these text messages, because like, look, if it's real and he actually was like wildly inappropriate with a minor, if he was grooming them to meet up, if anything like that really looks the way they're making it sound, okay. But I do have a doubt in my mind, because think about what was going on with Twitch at that time. There was someone from the trust and safety team who had the pronouns of dear.
Oh, fuck. You're about to hear the worst take of your life. Hold on. Wait. To the whole chat, oh no. What? What the fuck? Question mark? Yeah, no, it's gonna go that. It's gonna go worse. Whatever you think is about to happen, it's worse.
Okay. But I do have a doubt in my mind, because think about what was going on with Twitch at that time. There was someone from the trust and safety team who had the pronouns of dear. Right? It's like they were running a very, very woke contingent of that company. And so I can see them maybe thinking that Dr. Disrespect is not the kind of guy that they wanted to have be a star anymore. And so for the greater good of, you know, maybe having someone like I Show Speed or Kai Sin.
They're not giggling, I'm giggling. They're taking this serious. Wait, what did he mean by... No, don't wait. What did he mean by Kai Sinat and I Show Speed? Surely that's not what he meant.
The kind of guy that they wanted to have be a star anymore. And so for the greater good of, you know, maybe having someone like I Show Speed or Kai Sinat be the star, we got to knock off.
No, come on, chat. Don't say black people. He doesn't mean fucking black people.
Be a star anymore. And
no,
so for the
stop.
greater good of, you know, maybe having someone like I Show Speed or Kai Sinat be the star, we got to knock off this toxic masculine guy, you know, this white guy.
What?
Right? So, like, I just want to make sure that this was not a fucking dirty trick played on him.
Why don't Twitch just come out and say, we cannot reveal this information because we are under NDA contract?
Because if they put out a statement saying we...
I can't stress enough how Doc's already confessed. I can't. It's like a creative writing class. Oh fuck. So all right, just to be clear, listen, I understand that Doc confessed, but hypothetically, it is possible that woke Twitch, who, by the way, has a fucking moderator, or a leader of the trust and safety team, whose pronouns are fucking dear. They use it/its, okay? I think it's plausible that Twitch, very woke Twitch, decided that they wanted to move Whitey out of the way so Kai Cenat could rise to power. So they planted a minor in Doc's DMs. to get rid of his toxic male energy. Yeah, dude. We gotta send the blacks to the moon. This was recorded. I don't know what it was recorded. I don't know what it was recorded. It was uploaded 3 days ago. So it's way after confession. It's way after the email. Oh, no. It's like, I want to play it one more time, but without me interrupting, just so like it doesn't look like I fucking staged this or anything. This is a really weird clip.
Guy that they wanted to have be a star anymore. And so for the greater good,
Can I say something to you, Nick?
that really looked
I really
with
like
a minor, if he
Why?
was planning to, if he was grooming them to meet up, if anything like that really looks the way they're making it sound, okay. But I do have a doubt in my mind, because think about what was going on with Twitch at that time. There was someone from the trust and safety team who had the pronouns of dear, right? It's like they were running a very, very woke contingent of that company, and so I can see
Nicholas
them
DeOrio guy,
maybe
like
thinking that Dr. Disrespect is not the kind of guy that they wanted to have be a star anymore. And so for the greater good of, you know, maybe having someone like I Show Speed or Kai Cenat be the star, we got to knock off this toxic masculine guy,
crypto fascist dudes too.
You know, this white guy, right? So like, I just
want
to make sure that this was not a fucking dirty trick played on him.
The dirty trick. Dude, I'm rubbing my hands together. The dirty trick.
Why don't Twitch just come out and say, we cannot reveal this information because we are under NDA contract?
Because if they put out a
like no one even mentions what just happened. It's so funny. Let me see. Do they mention? Maybe let's be charitable here. Let's be charitable. Because that's a wonky take regardless. But maybe he didn't know. So I don't see confessed. His tweet.
Everybody is all like condemning him and calling him a pedo, and they're saying that his tweets confirmed the allegations from the Twitch leak. But I don't think it's quite that clear.
Oh fuck!
Can
Oh
I say
fuck!
something
I
to you,
didn't
Nick?
hear that one.
I really
before
like
I
you.
streamed.
Why?
Oh fuck! Wait, no. God.
Clear, because what he did say in that tweet. Okay, so first of all, there's
What is this? I don't even know what's in this clip. I didn't know that.
two camps basically who are saying that they are former Twitch employees, and here's what was really happening. And they're the people who are putting their face and name to this allegation are saying that Dr. Disrespect was known to be sexting a minor, and that's why he was let go. And it's way worse than you could even imagine. And he knew it was a minor. And then he was grooming this fan of his to meet up at TwitchCon, and that's when they pulled the plug. Is they were basically trying to protect this fan of his from a sexual encounter, and then he was reported to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Okay, so he's fully aware of what the current talking points are. He's read the article. That's what I got from that.
And then there's another camp of people who claim to be former Twitch employees that say, okay, Twitch was split into two camps. There were people who...
Wait, but who is saying this? I don't know the source on this. This is the email, right? Is there any other, like, contingent of former Twitch employees who have seen these DMs? Like, where is the other side?
who had decided that...
Like, I don't... Listen,
Dr.
I'm not going to tell you that the one guy at Twitch who's read these DMs, who's then told everybody else about it, who is the singular source prior to the articles coming out, I'm not going to tell you I believe that guy 100%. That being said, that is the going information. I don't know of anyone else who's even challenging that. I don't know if there's another contingent to Twitch that's even saying anything.
Disrespect was toxic and had to go, and there was another group of people who thought that he was a big star.
Like he's just sorting, like he's putting like this random proton mail email is like driving this discussion.
And the other side was crazy. And the people who decided he had to go, we were all aware that it was a matter of time before they found some way to get him. And what they did is deliberately misinterpret. There was basically like he was providing some service where he would, if you were a wannabe Twitch streamer, he would coach you into getting more views on Twitch or something. And he said that they said the name of that service within Dr. Disrespect's community had like an innuendo in it and could be read multiple ways. So when I read that, I was like, okay, it must have been called something like mustache rides.
What? Let's just what? What am I listening to?
So when I read that, I was like, okay, it must have been called something like
Dude, it's mustache rides.
Mustache rides, or like the Big Dick Club or something, or the Dick and Bigoting Club, right? So somebody, do you know what the name of it was? We still don't know the name, but so when I heard that, I was like, oh, I see. So if someone wants to read it as the name of this conversation is...
Dude, Doc just reaches out. He goes, hey, you want to get dick down today? By dick down, I mean, I want to teach you how to stream and make you a better streamer. Oh, yes, I'm going to be joining the Big Dick Club meetings. And then the girl's like, by the way, I'm 14. It's like, don't worry, we do the dick riding club for all... Like, what is happening? Ah!
Mustache rides. Then the whole thing looks like it's an innuendo. Then it looks like this is a sexting conversation, right? He's providing some service.
Yeah, he did admit, but he didn't admit exactly what, that there was inappropriate conversations.
He said they were a minor and they leaned too much towards being inappropriate. That's okay. So that's literally what he said, and we don't know what that means yet. Like I want to see this conversation.
He never actually revealed the age either. And then I remember in his...
Can mustache rides be a soundbite? Yeah.
I mean,
in his initial...
Wait, I'm sorry, dude. And then Pyro just said he never revealed the age. I'm actually fucking dead. I'm done.
He never actually revealed the age either. And then
I
remember in his
it's
initial statement,
or gender.
he said...
Or gender.
Yeah, he said minor, and then he edited it to say individual, and then it's like, oh wait, you can actually... I don't know why he did that, because obviously everyone would be screenshotting it anyway for their little like drama videos, but at the same time, it's like, you literally have an option to see the post history if something's been edited. Like that is...
Dude, this is... Oh, fuck. This is a fucking crazy podcast. Holy shit. Okay. I only heard the one clip. I didn't know this was still going. What do the comments look like on this? What are the boys saying? What are the boys saying, dude? Who the fuck is buying shit coins if that's Boogie? Imagine being Dr. Disrespect and sitting on this for 4 years acting normal. I wish I got paid to do what Pyro did. Just sit there and chime in every 20 minutes. I see Pyro is entering his critical arc of not interacting the whole podcast. What does it matter, the age or gender of the minor? He still admitted to having these inappropriate conversations. Man is in his 30s as well, and the TBH podcast responded. There's a spectrum of bad possibilities that still include anything from dirty jokes with a young dude to soliciting a very young kid for exploit. Yeah, so that's the right answer. When people say, does it make it better if it was a 17-year-old? The answer is yes. Now, that's a really fucking... weird angle to take with it. That's not the right question to provide that answer with. But yes, if this was a 9-year-old, that is inherently worse. Correct? 17-year-old would be the least bad version of whatever the fuck happened, okay? If this was a fucking 12-year-old, yes, that's way worse than a 17-year-old, obviously. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, if this was a 17-year-old, he would put that in there to paint him in the best light possible. Now, the best light possible is still not good light, but it's not a 12-year-old. So I hope that... I hope people who are asking, well, does the age and gender even matter? Yes, the age and gender does matter. That is still information that is valuable. Yes, 100%. And if they were 17, I am confident that he would have said they were 17.
Isn't
that
this
tells
Nicholas
me
DeOrio guy like one of those fucking crypto fascists?
That tells me he had a ballpark age and he didn't know exactly how old the person was, or they're not 17. So yeah, that's what I got from that. Yeah, so that's an unfair question that I see a lot of people throw at. But, like, obviously, yeah, that is an important detail. He courted a minor. What else is there to say? Timestamps. Colossal ad read. Colossal ad read number 2. Dude, this is the timestamps we need on our videos. Make sure the sponsors do better. I got a sponsor on one of my stream highlights. This stream highlight might be sponsored next week. I don't know which one I'm going to put it on, but we have a sponsor for the stream segments. Taking accountability is not settled out of court. Taking accountability is accepting.
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
Doc.
Why?
Yeah, look, Doc, I did it. But Nerd City, but what if it was an inside job? Dude, Doc's tweets don't melt steel beams. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Alright. I think Nerd is giving Dr. Disrespect too much leeway. He admitted to sexually talking to a minor. That's without a doubt a fact. Anyone in here to defend? He probably has his... Okay, Jesus. Fucking Christ. Immediate pedo jacketing in the messages. That's not fair. Did he get his janitorial job? Why is Nerd giving him so much leeway? It's weird he admitted to doing all this weird stuff with a minor on Twitter. Conversation can't just lean too much into being inappropriate with a minor. They were either inappropriate or not, especially if it was a minor. I still think the messages need to be seen. I legitimately agree with that line of thinking. And I think we're going to see why in a minute, because we're going to be transitioning into Willy's video. I just think that his arguments are really poor throughout that segment. I think that like you're reaching really hard to say that like Twitch Dear Girl, Woke, Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, Queso, Riz Academy, Mewing.